you so much for getting up at whatever time was required for you to be here. I'm really glad to see you all. Now, I think we're missing somebody for class, just to let you know. So if you see somebody standing at the door knocking, it is up to you guys to tell me so that I can open the door, okay? Do we have an agreement here? All right, let's get going. Let's get moving. Child's pose. Take your knees out wide, fingertips up to the top of the mat. Take a breath or two and get settled. Think about your why. Why you chose to get up this morning. Make your way here onto your mat. There's something that you want to get out of this class. So I want you to bring that into focus in your mind. It can be one little simple thing or a whole bunch of things. Pick just one and get clear on it. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. One more time. Take an inhale. Exhale. Come to downward facing dog. Move your knees a bit. Get stretched out on the mat. Bring that intention right to the forefront of your thoughts. So when I call drishti today, yes, it does mean your gaze, setting it on one spot, but it also means this intention. Every time you bring your gaze, you bring your focus to one spot, bring this attention, intention to your mat. Take a breath in and out. Walk your feet up to your hands. Halfway lift. Ragdoll. Let your head drop down. Pull the pit of your belly up and in. Press both heels into the mat and roll your way the whole way up to standing. Take extended mountain. Bring your hands down to our heart center. We'll set our breath pace for today with 3 ohms. Take a breath in. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift with your breath in. Chaturanga on your exhale. Upward facing dog into downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here. That's it. Let it flow. One more time. In. Bend your knees on your exhale. Jump. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain drishti to the ceiling. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Now let me hear that ujjayi breath. Let your neighbor hear it. Inhale. Exhale. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain. Go for the back bend. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog on your inhale. Down dog, exhale. 2 breaths. Start looking for the pauses between your breath. In an inhale, pause. Exhale, and on your pause, move feet to hands. Halfway lift, breathe in, fold. Extended mountain, reach up through your fingertips, fold. Halfway lift, let that pose land, chaturanga. Upward facing dog into downward facing dog. Nice job, 2 breaths. Feel the vinyasa, flow of the practice now. Inhale, exhale, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold. Extended mountain, breathe in, last one, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Get the full awakening of the sequence, awakening in your body. Last breath, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose, press down through your heels, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right side, warrior 1. Breathe in as you reach. Breathe out, hands to the mat. Up dog. Down dog. Left side, warrior 1. Low belly hugs, up and in. Chaturanga. Up dog. Into down dog. Man, you guys came really ready today. 2 breaths. Press your pointer fingers down into the mat. That's it. Last breath in. Full breath out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Drishti to 1 point. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Right side, warrior 1. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior 1. Bring your intention into this pose. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Take 2 breaths. Reset your body. Reset your mind. Breathe in. Exhale. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog, shoulders back. Down dog. Right side, warrior 1. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left side, warrior 1. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths. One more time. Feet to hands. Our last Sunday. Here we go. Half lift. Fold. Chair pose. Lowest one yet. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Right side, warrior 1. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left side, warrior 1. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Into down dog. That's it. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Bring your left leg up into the air. Oh, nice job. Did everybody actually get their left leg up? Right? Nobody has to switch sides. There we go. Active listening. Bend your top knee. Open your hip. Flip dog. Press both heels into the mat. Lift up through your hips. Now, this is the moment where you get to pretend to try to push your neighbor over, whether it's with your hand, with your foot, whatever you're going for. Wave your hand, move into the biggest version of this pose. Yeah, that's it, Josh. Come back over, high plank, and into side plank. I know, which hand are you putting down this time? Look up to your top hand. Spread your fingers on this top hand. Now, since you guys seem ready for a challenge this morning, see if you can lift that top foot off the floor. Whether you've got 1 inch, 2 inches, 5 inches, lift up towards the ceiling, hands to the mat. Go for upward facing dog into down dog. All right, right leg up into the air this time. Nice job. Kick the center of your heel straight up to the ceiling. See how high you can lift that foot. Then bend your knee, open up your hip, go for flip dog. This is it. The moment to press down through your heels so that you can get enough space to turn your chest open towards the ceiling. It's this press and lift that makes you see all the possibility in this pose. Drishti. Set your gaze to one point. Go for the intention of your practice. Why are you here this morning? Get it out of this pose if you can for one more breath. Back over high plank. Side plank. Nice job. Bring the same intensity with you on this side. No matter where you're at, fingers spread on your top hand. Look up to the ceiling. Press your palm towards that drishti point. Get as wide as you can across your chest for a deep breath in. Hands to the mat, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side crescent lunge. Nice job, guys. Drishti to the ceiling. Bring your hands up to the ceiling. Interlace your fingertips. Sit them right behind your head. Now, sometimes you need a little extra support to look for the back bend in this pose. So here's what you're going to do. Drop your hips down 2 more inches. You need that space. Then slowly let your head fall into your hands. You're looking for an opening. This is called crescent lunge because there's this back bend that can happen in your upper back. Look for the fullest extent of the pose. How deep can you get? Go for it. One last breath here. Hands to heart center. And then we'll twist to the right. Nice job. 2 breaths. That's all I'm looking for here. Breathe nice and loud. One more time. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge into warrior 2. I don't know what it is about warrior 2. I think this is the hardest pose in the whole practice. Get low in that front knee. Feel the tapas start to burn in this pose. Yeah, the heat, the fire is building to a peak right here in warrior 2. See if you can lean into the fire. Let it happen. Feel all that heat. Take it to extended side angle. Yes, bottom hand down to the mat. Now, a lot of you were really low in your lunge in warrior 2. Let me see it happen here in extended side angle. Oh, yeah, Jen, I see that. You might have 1 inch or 2 inches left. See how low can you get? Do you have 1 more inch to bend in that front knee? Yes, you do, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, crescent lunge. That's it. If we're getting to hips today, you got to warm it up in these poses. Fingertips up to the ceiling so that you get length in your side body. Then interlace your fingers behind your head. Let your head lean back into your hands. Bring some softness to your back knee. The lower you get in this front lunge, the bigger the opportunity for a back bend. That's it, Nancy. See if you've got just a little bit more space. Ooh, yeah, that's it. Huge difference in that pulse. Stay for one final breath here. Don't worry. Come back up. Hands to heart center. Twist to the left. There you go. 2 breaths. All you can get out of this pose on each exhale, twist. One more time. Breathe out and twist. Inhale, rise up. Crescent lunge into warrior 2. That's it. Drishti. Now, this is the one pose where your drishti does not have to be soft. Use your drishti, your gaze, like you're drilling a hole with your eyes into the wall opposite you. Get intense with your gaze. Let the heat build in the pulse. Feel it in each fiery breath here. Let it warm up. You got to get all that energy, all that action so that you can get 1 inch lower in your lunge. Extended side angle. Now reach your top hand up overhead like you're giving me a high five up here. That's it. Nice job, Paul. Reach through your top fingertips. See if you have 1 inch lower in your front leg. Hands to the mat. Chaturanga. Move through upward facing dog into down dog. Take a breath in and sigh it out. That's it. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. That's it. Sit deep into your heels. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to the right. Now, this is your moment. If you've got side crow and you want to try that on for the first time, go for it. Now, if you're looking for a bird of paradise, you can also do that. But here, while you're in your chair pose, twisting to the right, if you want to go for side crow, listen, this is what we're doing. Put your top elbow back here at your hip. That's it. It's got to go like this. And then both of these hands come straight down to the mat. So when you get up here, side crow looks like that. Now, yeah, that's it. We're going to try it on. If you're going to go out for bird of paradise, you can do this. Listen, hands to heart center, twist to the right. Top hand comes back to your hip, and then both hands down to the mat. That's it. Just see if you've got it. Both elbows are the support here. That's it, Nancy. You have this. Try it out. Nice job. Hug up into your belly for 3, 2, 1. Okay, chair pose. Nice job, everybody. Come up, chair, and fold. Put your fingers around your big toes, feet out to the edges of your mat. Let your head drop down. Let your breath move. When I first learned to do a handstand, it was because we were taking photos and we needed a demo for some of the poses that we learned to do in Access, some of the skill work. Do you want to know how I learned to do a handstand? By jumping up into it from downward facing dog. I was really scared, and to be honest, I had to tuck my head and roll out of that pose quite a few times because it didn't work the first few times. The first time I ever attempted it, I got nowhere near a handstand. My hips didn't even come up above my head. But the thing is, you just have to try the pose on. You'll never move to the next pose if you don't give it a shot. Let's go. Chair pose, round 2. Here we are. Come down into your hips. We're trying it on one time, okay? Bring your hands to heart center. Twist to the left. So your right elbow is now on your left knee. Take this top hand, extend it out beside you. Then bend it so that your elbow comes back here to your hip. So from here, keeping your hands, one elbow at your knee, one elbow at your hip. Both hands come down to the mat. So once you're here, then you just start playing with body weight onto your elbows and then lifting your feet up. Yeah, you've got that here. So bend this front elbow more. These guys are playing like they're this little bridge for you to sit on. Yeah, that's it. You have this. Hold it. Try it out. 3, 2, 1. Nicely done. Come back up here, chair pose. Good job, everybody. Okay? Fold. Listen, it feels silly sometimes when you're trying a new pose on and it's hard. But when you try it on, that's how you end up getting it. One day you will surprise yourself and suddenly that side crow is no problem. You land it. You pick your feet up for the first time. Success. Let your head drop. Shake it yes, shake it no. Crow pose. Use all these same muscle groups, hugging your low belly up and in. Drishti to 1 point for 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Let it go. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Right side, eagle. Right arm under, right leg over. Sit low into your bottom leg. Drishti. Put it in, keep it present. Your gaze is active in these poses. Put it on one spot that's not moving. And even when you fall over, gaze to this one place. Actually, especially when you're falling over. Switch sides. Left arm under, left leg over top, eagle. Ujjayi breath here. There has to be a flow in the pose, especially in balancing. Right side eagle. Right arm under, right leg over. See if you can lift your elbows 2 inches higher here so that they're right in line with your shoulders. Left side eagle, last one. Left arm under, left leg over. Hug your low belly up and in. On your breath in, step out, and we'll take right side standing leg raise. Right hand to either your knee or your toes. You know where you're going in this pose. You get to choose. Flex your bottom foot. It really does help. I swear. Bring your eyes out over your left shoulder. Then bring your leg out to the right. Move your drishti before you move your body. Bring your eyes to center. Bring your legs to center. Press back airplane. That's it. Low belly muscles working here. Your core is what stabilizes all of these balancing poses. Spread your fingers. Spread your toes. Half moon. See if you can use your core to control the transition. Set your drishti on 1 point. Keep it stable. For a final breath, both feet down. Shake out one side of your hip, and then we'll move to the left side. Grab your left knee, feet flexed, or left toes. Press the ball mound of your standing toe, the knuckle, down into the mat. Bring your eyes out to the right. Then bring your leg out to the left. That's it. Flex your foot. Spread your fingertips on your right hand. Nice job. Bring energy into that limb. Eyes to center. Yep. Then legs to center. Press back for airplane. Nice job. Hug your core up and in. Front ribs hug to center. Now press out through the back heel as long as you can in this pose. Take up all the space on your mat. Half moon. Nice and slow. There you go. Core controlled. Stay for a deep breath in. One more time. Inhale and feet down on your exhale. Shake it out. And we'll move right side dancer. Right hand back to your inner ankle. Left hand forwards. Let's focus on length in dancer today. Take up as much space on your mat as you can, from your back foot all the way up to your front palm. Just focus on the pressing out, expanding out from the center of this pose. Switch sides. Left side dancer. Left hand back, right hand forwards. Set your gaze and breathe. Focus on letting the breath build the pose. It's what's going to give you the ability to stay. Switch sides. Second set, right side dancer. Right hand back to your inner ankle, left hand forwards. I think you all have the gaze, you have the breath in this pose. Work into the heat of the pose. A dancer's not an easy guy to hold, so you're feeling your muscles working. Your body is still building tapas, building heat, even here. Last breath, feet down. Left side, last one, dancer. Press your shin back, palm forwards. Bring vinyasa into this pose. Find the flow. The balanced action of effort, stira, and ease, sukha, in this pose. Where's a place where you can push a little harder, and where's another spot where you can make it easy? Feet down. All right, right side tree pose. Foot to your calf, your thigh, your ankle. Let's do fingertips up to the ceiling today. Drishti up to the ceiling. How tall can you grow in the pose? From your heel all the way up to your fingertips. Through the crown of your head. See how big you can get. Last breath. Switch sides. Left side, tree pose. Last one of equanimity. So if there's anything that you need to get out of this particular sequence, this is your moment to do it. If you need to wring it out, whatever that last little bit is, this is your final breath, feet down. Take extended mountain with an inhale, fold on your exhale. Halfway lift, breath in, chaturanga, let it go. Upward facing dog, inhale. Down dog on your exhale. Right side triangle. That's it. Take a moment to notice your back foot. Lie it flat on the mat. That's it. And pull your toes just up a little bit so that they're facing just in towards your face. So Greg, this big toe, see if you can move it right. That's it. I say this to protect your low back so that you can express up and out through the pose. On your next inhale, rise up. Take side facing, wide-legged, forward fold. Now you can go for the bind or getting upside down in this pose. Choose the version that's right for your practice today. Set your drishti and move in the pose as it's appropriate. Bring some softness to your knees. Get everything you want out of this fold. One more breath. On your inhale, rise to stand. Let's take half split or full splits. I've been really enjoying working in these lately because they're so good for the backside of your leg. If you're coming into a half split, both knees on the ground facing the front of your mat. Let's move left leg or right leg first. Right leg out in front. And what you're focusing on doing is pulling back through your right hip. Seeing how much length you can get from your heel in the front hook, from your heel in your front foot, all the way back to your hip. Flex your foot. Now, if you're somebody who's like, oh, you know, this is doing pretty good. I'm feeling fine, really comfortable here. I might like to work into something more. What you'll do is start scooching your heel forwards and seeing if you've got a little bit more split to give. I got you. We had a whole conversation about this yesterday morning. Here, flex your front foot. Bring a little, that's it. Look for the length up the back side of your front leg. Take one more breath here. I know, big inhale, full exhale. Get out of this pose however you want to. Move through upward facing dog when you're ready. Into downward facing dog. And then left side triangle. See if you can deepen the crease in your front hip by pulling your hips backwards. Find length all along your front leg. Hug your lowest belly up and in. This might sometimes feel like you're tucking your butt underneath of yourself to give you a little bit more support in your front side. Hug your front ribs into center. There used to be this funny saying that I didn't get for the longest time, and it was from core to floor and floor to core. What I finally found out what it meant is that really your core supports the whole pose as much as your feet do. So from your feet pressing down into the mat, get all the support that you can in your core so that you can go as deep into the pose as what you can find. On your next inhale, rise the whole way up to standing. Take side facing, wide-legged, forward fold. Now, take your ninja lunges. Take the bind, get upside down. Choose what you didn't do in the last side. We'll only be here for a breath or two. So go for the fullest extent of the pose. Don't wait for it to come to you. Find it right now. See where you can push into the edge of this pose for yourself. That's it. Take one final breath. On your inhale, rise the whole way up to standing. And we'll come to half splits on the left side this time. Left leg out in front, down onto both knees. What you can do from here is take one block underneath of your left hand, or maybe even you've got two blocks. Now, the beauty of this particular pose is that no matter where you're at, whether you can do a whole split, no problem, getting like the whole way down to the ground, or if you're just learning how to do a pose like this, half split is always an appropriate stretch. But for those of you who might be ready for a little bit more, Eke that front heel out. See if you could scooch a little further. See, that's it. Work into the bigger version of your pose. Go for the edge. Flex your front foot. One more breath. Come out of it. Sit down onto your mat. Move through up dog into down dog when you're ready. From your downward facing dog, roll out into your highest plank. Get your shoulders stacked right on top of your wrists. Hug your low belly up and in. For 10, that's it. 9, 8, shoulders hug. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down to the mat. Locust pose. Ready? Press down, lift up. Now, as active as your pose was in high plank, bring your core into it with the same intensity. Front ribs hug to center. Hug your lowest belly up and in to support your low back for the lift. Come back down. Knees side to side. Reset your low back. Go for second set. Press down. Lift up, locust pose. Go for length. Tuck your chin down and see if you can press the crown of your head towards the front of your mat as hard as you can. Get as long as you can. Come back down. Shake your knees out, side to side. Floor bow. Bless you. Bless you. Hands by your outer ankles, feet flexed. Press back to lift up. That's it. Let your quads and legs do the work of this pose. Your hands are just holding on to your ankles. Flex your feet, press back, come down. Knees side to side. Second set, floor bow. Hands by your outer ankles. Feet flexed, press. Breathe. Drishti and Ujjayi. Let it move here. One more time and back down. Take upward facing dog. That's it. Full lift up. Bring your knees down. We'll do one set of camel today. So toes tucked underneath. Up onto your knees. Hips stay right over top of your knees. Hands where your back pockets would be and lift up through the center of your chest. Now, whether or not you're staying with your hands in your back pockets, or if you're bringing your hands down to your ankles, see if you can keep your hips pressing forwards and in alignment with your knees. That's it. You can do anything for one more breath, including staying in this pose. On your breath in, roll the whole way up. Come down to a seat. Roll back onto your spine. We'll take bridge pose. Press your heels down, hips up for bridge round one. Now, bridge round one is dedicated to one thing, and that one thing is your shoulders. So press your heels down, hips up, and let's focus on your shoulders getting collected underneath of yourself. You can wriggle side to side, interlace your fingers and press them down to your heels. Whatever it is that gets your shoulders collected underneath of you, this is the moment to do that. Okay, everybody looks good. Come back down. Knees side to side, release your low back. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody has a block with them. So bring your block between your thighs, right above your knees. And then we'll go for bridge round two. Hug into the block. That's it. Nancy, you can bring your feet a little bit closer together here. That's it. So really, as you're pressing down through your heels, hug into this block. What you're going to feel it do is activate the tops of your thighs, your quad, and the whole way up into your core muscles. This is going to support the front side of your pose in wheel or in bridge. Tuck your chin, come back down. Knees side to side. You can drop your block or keep it. We're moving through 3 poses here. You get to choose whether those 3 poses are bridge pose, wheel pose, whatever it is. Ready, set, go. Press down, lift, inhale, bridge or wheel, round 1. Eyes open. Stay for a full breath. Tuck your chin, come back down. Sorry, I prefer this as a surprise to my body. Ready, set, go. Press, lift, inhale, bridge or wheel, round 2. Stay for it. Press your heels. Lift up through your toes. Tuck your chin back down. Nice job. Knees side to side. Reset. Press down, lift up, and go. Bridge or wheel, round 3. Final one. This is it. See what you see in the pose. Feel what you feel. Build the tapas, the heat here. Tuck your chin back down. Feet together, hands on one hand on your heart, one hand on your stomach for Supta Baddha Konasana. Acknowledge yourself for the effort that it took to show up. Not just for the effort to show up literally here on your mat, because that was one thing, but acknowledge yourself for the effort that it took for you to show up in every single one of these poses. Because you showed up for yourself today. You rocked it. Acknowledge your body for showing up for you in whatever way it did. Come to happy baby. Hands by the outer edges of your feet. Now, if you don't know, it's called dead bug if you don't rock side to side. And I absolutely refuse to call that pose in my classes, so you have to rock right to left. On your next breath in, bring both heels up to 90 degrees. Fingertips right behind your head. We're going to do some little crunches up towards our toes for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Hug your low belly down to the mat each time. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Flex your feet. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees to your chest. Fingertips behind your ears. Yogi bicycles. Let's go nice and slow. Feet flexed for 10, 9, 8. Flex your feet there, Jordan. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock head to toe 3 times. On this 3rd time, come to a high plank. I know, high plank the whole way out here. Bring your feet out wide. They can go even wider than the sides of your mat. What you're looking to do is keep a straight line from your heels all the way up to your shoulders. Now we're going to do some shoulder taps here. So bring your right hand to your left shoulder and then switch sides. You can always bring your knees down for this and switch. Low belly hugs up and in. Keep that drishti, your gaze, active for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The whole way down onto your belly. Rock your knees side to side. Rise up to upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. Right side half pigeon. however you land in your half pigeon is right for you today. Maybe you need a block underneath your right hip. Maybe you'd prefer to have one sitting underneath your head. Here, Carolyn, lift up through this hip real quick. There you go. And then I'm going to sit this block right underneath in there. That's it. Keep your breath active. Whatever feelings rise up in this pose and sensations and feedback that your body gives to you, let yourself feel all of those things. I have to tell you, this is like one of my favorite poses to get distracted in. I essentially get bored and check out. Choose to think about something else, choose to do something else. And what I found is that it was really just my method to not be present, to decide not to feel those things and basically let myself cop out of the pose. See if you can stay. Stay present to the feeling of your palms on the mat. Switch sides. Come to left side half pigeon. See if you can keep your awareness and your attention on your body, the way it feels as you come into the left side. One of the things that you learn as a teacher is how important the transitions of the poses are from one side to the other. You've got it. And the reason why these transitions are so important is because they're the moment where you lose the pose. You spend a lot of time bringing and strengthening the muscle of presence when you get into the pose. See if you can keep it active even as you're moving between poses. Come to downward facing dog. Bend both knees, lengthen them out. See what space you've created in your body. Come through to a seated position. And we'll move to tabletop. Fingertips facing your heels. Press down through your palms, lift up through your hips, let your head drop back. Tabletop, that's it. Rock forwards and back. Sit down onto the mat to take fish pose. Take the long, skinny edge of your block, the long, thin side, and sit that right underneath of your thoracic spine. So the spot between your shoulders, right before the base of your neck. You're looking to have, yeah, you got this, the crown of your head, the very tippy top, touching the mat. Here, lift up real quick. There you go. Bring your head back. That's it. Bye, Mike. Bring your hands out to a T with your palms flipped up. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Point your toes and see if you can create length all along the front side of your body. You're welcome. Take a deep breath in and exhale all that air out. When you're ready, you're going to rock onto your right side to get off of your block. And come onto your back. So you get to choose how you'd like to get upside down. You can get upside down in waterfall, upside down in shoulder stand, however that occurs for you. Feet flexed, pull the pit of your belly down into center. Shoulder stands can move to plow. Headstands can make your way to child's pose. Plow, move to death yogis. And death yogis, slowly roll the whole way back down onto your mat. Hug your knees up into center and then let them fall to the left side of your body, eyes over your right shoulder for supine twist. Let your knees drop to the right, eyes over your left shoulder. Hug your knees up into center. Shavasana. Let your legs and arms go long, eyes closed. Take a breath in and sigh it out. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. When you're ready, hug your knees up into your chest and rock onto the right side of your body. Lay your forehead on the mat. Make your way up into a seated position. Inhale your fingertips straight up. And on your exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. We'll close class the same way we opened it with 3 ohms. Take a breath in. Bring your thumb knuckles up to forehead center. Together, we bow our heads and we say, Namaste. Thank you, everybody. It was so nice to get to have you all in class this morning. Thank you, Wendy, for showing up at home as well. It was great to see you all. Thanks for practicing. Thank you.